Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as your St. Mary's Lumberjacks get set to take on the Prairie Pirates here in St. Mary's tonight. And this JV game is currently underway for the JV boys, and they, at halftime, they lead 33-32 in what has been a very hard-fought ball game this early evening here in St. Mary's. It's been a wet, kind of drizzly day off and on out there for Christmas in St. Mary's, but hopefully everybody is enjoying their Christmas and festivities in St. Mary's festivities, as I think things are starting to kind of wrap up around town. The light parade is still to come up on Main Street, but we've got some Lumberjack basketball here for you this evening. Like I said, the Lumberjacks hosting the 1A D1 Prairie Pirates from up on the, up near the, in between Grangeville, I believe it is, up in that area. So up on the Camas Prairie area. So that is what we have going on. The girls are going to be playing tonight in Bonners Ferry. I won't be able to get you updates for those games. Maybe the JV game, as it starts at 5:30, and the varsity girls play at 7 o'clock in Bonners tonight. With that, we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
The holidays aren't about what you receive. It's about the good you give. This holiday season, P1FCU is asking you to join us in spreading a whole lot of good. Please visit p1fcu.org/season or our Facebook page and nominate a family who could benefit from a special turkey dinner with all the trimmings. Want to do even more good? Of course you do. Stop by any P1FCU branch to drop off food, toy, and coat donations until December 21st. With P1FCU's Season of Giving, you can give a little that helps a lot.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
Looking for a new to you? And we are back. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as your St. Mary's Lumberjacks get set to take on the the Prairie Pirates from the 1A D1 ranks. Taking a quick look at the, first off, I want to give a shout out to our title sponsor, and that is Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union. They're neighbors helping neighbors. Do you know a deserving family this holiday season? Nominate them to receive a special turkey dinner with all of the fixins. Visit p1fcu.org/season for more details to submit your entry. Deadline for nominations is December the 13th, 2019. With P1FCU's Season of Giving, give a little and help a lot. Now we'll take a look at the 2A Central Idaho League and the 2A League in general in this early part of the boys basketball season. We're going to start with a look at the Lumberjacks and their 2A Central Idaho League opponents. The Lumberjacks come into this game with a 1-0 record. Then hosting Prairie, the Lumberjacks currently sit 11th in the 2A power rankings. And the Lumberjacks have their first win on the season. It was over the Sandpoint Bulldogs by a score, I believe, of, I've got it written down here somewhere. Let's see, where did I put that? 52-42, I believe, was that final score. The Grangeville Bulldogs, they are 1-1 on the season. They lost to Lapwai in their first game of the season by a score of 74-63. They rebounded and beat Prairie, who is here tonight, by a score of 61-51. And the Bulldogs currently sit 7th in the 2A power rankings. The Orofino Maniacs, they are 1-0 on the season. They beat Salmon River earlier in the week, and that was a score of 44-42 in a close matchup. They currently sit 10th in the 2A power rankings. Looking at the 2A power rankings overall, this is all the teams. In the first place is Marsing. Wendell is in second place. Melba is in third. Nampa Christian is in fourth. Fifth is North Fremont. Sixth is Coal Valley Christian. Grangeville, of course, seventh. Salmon in eighth. Ninth is West Side, and 10th is the Orofino Maniacs. That's been a look at your 2A power rankings and the 2A Central Idaho League standings. We'll take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Rig, you're in luck because Dell's Used Cars has your next truck. Dell's has the best variety of pre-owned trucks in one location anywhere south of the internet. Any make, any model, and new inventory arriving daily. Dell's also will take your trade-in, paid for or not. Financing available through Potlatch, Spokane Teachers, Numerica, and a handful of other lenders offering the most competitive interest rates available in the market today. Dell staff is laid back and knowledgeable and ready to answer any of your questions. Come into Dell's Used Cars located at 1818 North 4th Street in Coeur d'Alene or visit their website at dellscars.com. Dell's Used Cars, doing things different since 1974.
Tax reform impacts virtually every tax return this year. That means yours, too. If you're wondering what that means for you and your refund, but don't want to spend hours reading the tax code, head over to H&R Block. No one knows tax reform better than Block. Their tax pros will help you find every credit and deduction available, so you get every dollar you deserve. Because wouldn't you rather spend more time thinking about what to do with your maximum refund and less time figuring out what a TCJA qualifying eligible dependent is? Hint, it's your kid. In person or online, Block has your back.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Do you need help finding that perfect gift? Looking for that personalized touch? Come to Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's and let us fill your balloons. Not only does Jack's carry all of your gift and party supplies, but we're here to serve you with all your personal care items. Come in and let our personal care experts help you find just what you need from our wide selection. If we don't have it, we can get it. Plan your party at Jack's Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources.
Back as the Lumberjack JV team has 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third period, and the JV Lumberjacks lead Prairie 42-39. You're listening to Lumberjack Basketball Countdown to Tip-Off on KOFE 1240 in St. Mary's. I am Tim Parrish, and our title sponsor, Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the School Spirit Program. They say, go Lumberjacks. Together, we are better. Taking a look at the Lumberjacks, they are coming off of a great win over the 4A Sandpoint Bulldogs on just on the Thursday by a score of 52-42. The team looked a little bit better than we thought they might look, being the first game of the season, and the turnover in the roster from last year as well. The Lumberjacks forced turnovers. They handled the ball pretty well, and they shot about 70% from the free throw line most of the night. Although they did finish at about 60% for the game. The Lumberjacks took care of the ball in that game as well. They only turned it over 10 times, and they shot 43% from the floor. They dished out 9 assists in the game. Freshman Grayson Sands, he came in on the night and got quite a bit of varsity action. He had a great night, finishing the night with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals, and he also took 3 offensive fouls, 3 charges from the Sandpoint Bulldogs. It was an overall great night for the Lumberjacks. They do have some things, of course, being this early in the season to work on, and we will talk about all that as we go through the rest of our pregame here tonight, but we are going to step away. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Jack Buell Trucking.
Actually, we'll keep it right here for just a minute, as I forgot that I needed to keep it here a little bit longer. We're going to step away from our countdown to tip-off here and let you know about a community event coming up on Monday. That community event is a community Christmas dinner on Monday, December the 9th. Everyone is welcome to attend here in St. Mary's. It'll be at the Eagles downstairs dining room, and it is a gift from the St. Mary's Nazarene Church. So if you aren't doing anything on Monday, you don't want to cook dinner, you can come down to the Eagles downstairs dining room on Monday from 4 to 7 o'clock and have a full-on dinner already prepared. You won't have to cook a thing, and it'll all be right there for you. Go ahead and take a look at a few schedules here as well. The Lumberjack girls, like I said, they are at Sandpoint, or not at Sandpoint, they are at Bonner's Ferry tonight. The JV girls will start at 5:30. The varsity girls will play at 7 o'clock. Varsity girls got their second win of the season on last night as they beat the visiting Priest River Spartans, and that's where I think my score for the Sandpoint game for St. Mary's is wrong, because I think it was 52-42 in favor of the Lumberjack girls last night, but I don't 100% remember. I've got myself kind of squirreled around with all the stuff that was going on over this Saturday. The wrestling teams, there's apparently a JV wrestling team this year. The JV wrestling team is at a Sandpoint tournament today, and the varsity wrestling team is at the Potlatch tournament. That was at 9 a.m. this morning. I'm not sure how they are doing down there. I haven't seen no updates, but hopefully they are having a good time and a successful showing over in Sandpoint. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips, they're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
Mountain Plating is a premier hard chrome plating facility, and it is located right here in St. Mary's. Mountain Plating was established in 1997 as one of the first hard chrome plating facilities in Idaho, and it services a wide variety of industries nationwide. These industries include manufacturing, food processing, agriculture, mining, environmental, and the timber industries. Mountain Plating is committed to providing the highest quality chrome plating and customer service in the industry, and is locally owned and operated by Donnie Masterson. Give him a call today at 208-245-7104. Go Lumberjacks!
Don't miss the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event at St. Mary's Sun Cycle. With super low APRs and huge customer cash on class-leading Yamaha sport and proven off-road utility ATVs and side-by-sides. Then visit St. Mary's Sun Cycle today for huge savings during the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event. St. Mary's Sun Cycle at 204 College Avenue in St. Mary's. Offers good through 12/31/19. The ATVs referenced are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. Specifications subject to change. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's. Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Do you have the in-laws visiting for the holidays? Need a place to hide, a place for them to stay during their visit? Call the Pines Motel at 208-245-2545. The Pines Motel is the perfect place to have the in-laws stay during their holiday visit. Featuring large, spacious rooms and direct TV, wireless internet, AC, and refrigerators, your guests will feel right at home at the Pines Motel. Don't make your in-laws sleep with Fido when they visit. Just call the Pines Motel at 208-245-2545. Your family will appreciate it, and so will Fido.
And we are back.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Lumberjack Gymnasium as the St. Mary's Lumberjacks get set to take on the Prairie Pirates, and the JV game currently underway. The JV boys lead 50-42 with 6:02 left to go in the game, and it's been a good, the Lumberjack JV team committed a whole lot of fouls. I think they had like 11 fouls in the first half. Most of them were actually in the first quarter of play. And here in the second half, they got some things adjusted and settled down as the JV team has only committed one foul here in the fourth period of play. And Tyler Renner just drew a foul. He steps to the free throw line for St. Mary's. And he makes his first free throw. So a nice shot there by the freshman Tyler Renner on this JV Lumberjack basketball team. As we said, this is a nice-looking game for the JV boys. They lost their first game when they hosted Sandpoint, but they battled hard, and they're having a good game here today. Well, taking a look at the Lumberjacks defensively versus the Sandpoint Bulldogs, the Lumberjacks held them to just 31% shooting from the floor, and the Lumberjacks played very well on the defensive side, considering the Bulldogs had a distinctive size advantage over the Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks took 10 steals from Sandpoint and blocked 2 Bulldog shots. They also forced the Bulldogs to foul the Lumberjacks 24 times and also caused 2 of the top players for Sandpoint to foul out late in the game. The Bulldogs did beat St. Mary's on the offensive glass side of things. They had 13 offensive rebounds, and St. Mary's only had 10. The Bulldogs got 13 second chance points off of those offensive boards. Defensive standouts for the Lumberjacks in that game was Tristan Nelson and Grayson Sands. Nelson had 4 steals and 8 rebounds, and Sands, freshman, he recorded 4 steals and 3 defensive rebounds in that game. That was a quick look at some defensive numbers for the Lumberjacks. Just in general, we'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Why should you stop at 10th Street Superstop? Well, because Kenny's a nice guy. Actually, no. Never mind. Yes, Kenny is nice, but that's not the reason. You should stop at 10th Street Superstop for all your livestock feeds and pet feed needs. 10th Street Superstop carries all the top brands. Did I mention Kenny's a nice guy? Oh, and they also have a large assortment of snacks and beverages just for you. 10th Street Superstop for all your farm, garden, and hunger needs. And by the way, Kenny's really a nice guy. 10th Street Superstop in St. Mary's. Fire Chief Larry Nacarado wants to remind you that this time of the year, chimney fires are a common occurrence, but can be prevented. St. Mary's Fire Department wants to remind you that they loan out chimney brushes and rods for free. They do chimney inspections for free and will even come to your house and offer chimney fire prevention training for free. Don't neglect your chimney. Call St. Mary's Fire Department today at 245-5253 That's 245-5253. This public safety message from the St. Mary's Fire Department. Cold weather is coming and 10th Street Lumber has what you need. From super premium pellets to energy logs and fireplaces, 10th Street Lumber will help you stay warm all winter long. North Idaho energy logs and stove pellets are the best of the best. 100% natural with no chemicals and burn cleaner, hotter, and longer. If you need a new stove, 10th Street Lumber is a proud Kuma stove supplier. Kuma wood stoves are made right here in Idaho and are some of the best on the market. 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Stop by today. Located on 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's. Winter is here and it's time to get your animals ready for the winter weather. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's has what you need to keep all your critters comfortable in the cold temperatures. From trough heaters, straw, to insulated horse blankets, your animals large and small need extra attention just like you. So don't forget, while you're stacking your winter firewood, your furry family members need winterizing also. Also, don't forget the wild critters. Triple X Feed has wild bird food, deer feed, and game blocks. See Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's today, because winter ain't gonna wait.
Have a home you need to sell? Or are you looking for a place to call home? Then you need to call Mia Sikowski of Timber Realty. Mia is the realtor to see for buying or selling your home. She's always there for you, and your priorities are always important. Experienced in the real estate market, she'll get your desired results, so call today for all your home selling or buying needs at 245-2345. That's 245-2345. Timber Realty on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as the St. Mary's Lumberjack JV team is looking to get their second win of or their first win of the season, I should say. They currently lead 56-45 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth period of play. That's a lot of time left, and it's not a huge hole for the Pirates, so the JV Pirates could possibly come back in this one, but the Lumberjack JV team is playing pretty good. The interesting thing to note to you right now, though, is they have basically all of their freshmen out on the floor now, as the few upperclassmen that do play a little bit on the JV side of things have gone back into the locker room to get ready for the varsity game. So there is 7 freshmen on the JV roster, and right now they're out there battling hard with the Pirates. The Pirates just put in a bucket to make it 56-47. It is a 9-point lead. Remy Ballou just pulled up for a shot. It's a little bit short. There's going to be a foul, and that's going to be down here underneath. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not supposed to be calling the varsity or the JV game, but I couldn't help myself. Once again, this is Lumberjack basketball on KOFE 1240 in St. Mary's, Idaho. And you may even be listening on our YouTube stream that we are trying out here today. We are just doing it this time without video. We've done video in the past, but video is quite a bit of work when there's only one person, for the most part, doing the games and producing everything. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different with at least the audio stream on YouTube. That will go out to wherever you want to hear it at. So hopefully we got some people out there listening on that here this evening as well. Once again, our title sponsor, Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union. It's never too early or too late to start saving for retirement, but knowing which account is best can be confusing. Get real-life guidance with the Bonsai Coach. For more information, go to p1fcu.learnbonsai.com. Taking a look at some individual numbers, individual players who stood out in that first game for the Lumberjack varsity boys basketball team. Coleman Ross, a sophomore, he led the team with 16 points in that game. He also shot very well from the field. He was 56% shooting from the floor. He was stellar from the free throw line as he shot 83% from there, and he also shot 50% from three-point range. Those are all very good numbers. He was one of 2 from downtown in that game against the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Randy Bechtel Jr., he was the second highest scorer in that game against the Bulldogs. He had 13 points, a double-double for him, 13 points and 10 rebounds. He shot very well from the floor at 67%. He also went 1 for 2 from downtown for 50% for three-point range. He had 6 offensive rebounds as well. Eli Gibson Jr., he's coming back from a little bit of a shoulder injury suffered in the football season. He did not start, but he played quite a bit of minutes in that game. He had 9 points. He shot 40% from the field. He also had 71% from the charity stripe, 3 assists, and he drew 7 fouls in that game. Tristan Nelson, I don't remember how many points he had. I have it here somewhere. He scored 7 points in the game against the Bulldogs of Sandpoint, but he also drew 9 fouls, and he shot very well from the free throw line early on, and then he ended up dropping down late in the game to about 36-37% from the free throw line, but Nelson really started off strong from the charity stripe in that game. Some other points numbers here for St. Mary's. Grayson Sand, the freshman, had 4 points against Sandpoint. Brett Stansel had 3 points in the game, and that is it for the scoring for St. Mary's for that game against the Bulldogs. As a team, the Lumberjacks shot 43% from the floor. They were 27% from three-point range, and they were 60% from the free throw line. They totaled 30 rebounds and 9 assists, while Sandpoint had 31% from the floor, 30% from three-point range. They turned the ball over 16 times, and they pulled down 28 rebounds and had 3 steals from St. Mary's in that game. Eli, defensively, Grayson Sands, the freshman, he had 4 steals and took 3 charges in the game. He had 3 defensive rebounds. Tristan Nelson had 4 steals with 8 defensive rebounds. He also had 1 blocked shot. And Eli Gibson, he had 2 steals in that game. And I think that is the most notable defensive numbers there for St. Mary's. Those were some individual numbers for the Lumberjacks. We'll take a 4-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Tired of long load times, freezes, and restarts? Before you decide to replace that PC or laptop, let Joseph Doherty of Mend Your Computer Services take a look at it. Specializing in adware, spyware, and virus removal, as well as hardware installation and removal, and data transfers and recovery, Mend Your Computer Services can renew your computer's performance. So before you spend big money on a new PC, call Joseph at Mend Your Computer Services at 208-245-0573. That's Mend Your Computer Services in St. Mary's. Give them a call, 245-0573.
This Saturday is Christmas in St. Mary's, and Timber Country and the Country Fair are the places to stop for your holiday shopping needs. Timber Country and the Country Fair are offering pick a discount of 20 to 50% off store-wide all day long. Don't miss great deals on brands like Carhartt, Fox, and other top name brands at Timber Country. Then run across the street to Country Fair and find great deals on women's and kids' clothing, as well as a huge toy selection. All the deals are at Timber Country and Country Fair this Saturday during Christmas in St. Mary's. Farm Bureau Insurance has been serving Idaho since 1947. Bob Stoll, your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent, is a longtime community supporter, and their office has moved not far, just down the street and to the right. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Idaho Bob Stoll agent has moved to 105 North 8th Street in St. Mary's. Bob and Susie invite you to stop by their new office and say hi. That's Farm Bureau Insurance in St. Mary's, now located at 105 North 8th Street. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Idaho, an Idaho icon of strength and stability. Are you tired of your wife or girlfriend complaining about your small deck? Wait no longer and call Down Home Construction today and satisfy her needs with a nice, new, big deck. Are you single and want to throw a party but can't because your tiny deck is holding you back? No worries, Down Home Construction will build you the big deck of your dreams, and all of the single ladies will want to party on it today. Down Home Construction also builds sheds, add-ons, fences, and more with 15 years of experience. Call Down Home Construction today, 208-889-7681. Free quotes, licensed and insured in the state of Idaho. Down Home Construction, 208-889-7681.
The holidays aren't about what you receive, it's about the good you give. This holiday season, P1FCU is asking you to join us in spreading a whole lot of good. Please visit p1fcu.org/season or our Facebook page and nominate a family who could benefit from a special turkey dinner with all the trimmings. Want to do even more good? Of course you do. Stop by any P1FCU branch to drop off food, toy, and coat donations until December 21st. With P1FCU Season of Giving, you can give a little that helps a lot.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
And we are back. The Lumberjack boys varsity has just come out onto the floor as they are going to start getting warmed up for their matchup here with the Prairie Pirates from up on the Camas Prairie. Taking a look at the opponent, the Prairie Pirates. They are of the 1A. Actually, first off, I want to give that update on the final score for the JV boys game as the JV boys come away with the victory 62-53 over the Prairie Pirates. Taking a look at the Prairie Pirates, they are of the 1A D1 White Pine League. They are coached by Kevin Chaffee. It's his fourth season as the head coach for the Pirates. They were 22-7 last season, and they won the 1A D1 state title down in Boise last year. They have 5 seniors on their roster, 2 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 0 freshmen. So they have just a little bit more experience on the team with the 5 seniors. St. Mary's has just 1 senior on their roster. With their key player lost last year was Spencer Shoemaker. Returning player, a player to watch for the Prairie Pirates is Cole Schladler. Although the Pirates did graduate the majority of their 2019 championship team, you do not want to take them lightly as they are a well-coached team and they will more than likely be a really tough opponent here for the St. Mary's Lumberjacks tonight. I expect it to be a fun game here this evening, and hopefully a really good game. Hopefully the Lumberjacks can come out with the victory. With that said, we'll take another 4-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
Looking for a new-to-you rig? You're in luck because Dell's Used Cars has your next truck. Dell's has the best variety of pre-owned trucks in one location anywhere south of the internet. Any make, any model, and new inventory arriving daily. Dell's also will take your trade-in, paid for or not. Financing available through Potlatch, Spokane Teachers, Numerica, and a handful of other lenders offering the most competitive interest rates available in the market today. Dell's staff is laid back and knowledgeable and ready to answer any of your questions. Come into Dell's Used Cars, located at 1818 North 4th Street in Coeur d'Alene, or visit their website at dellscars.com. Dell's Used Cars, doing things different since 1974.
Tax reform impacts virtually every tax return this year. That means yours, too. If you're wondering what that means for you and your refund, but don't want to spend hours reading the tax code, head over to H&R Block. No one knows tax reform better than Block. Their tax pros will help you find every credit and deduction available, so you get every dollar you deserve. Because wouldn't you rather spend more time thinking about what to do with your maximum refund and less time figuring out what a TCJA qualifying eligible dependent is? Hint, it's your kid. In person or online, Block has your back.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind, 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Do you need help finding that perfect gift? Looking for that personalized touch? Come to Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's and let us fill your balloons. Not only does Jack's carry all of your gift and party supplies, but we're here to serve you with all your personal care items. Come in and let our personal care experts help you find just what you need from our wide selection. If we don't have it, we can get it. Plan your party at Jack's Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips.
And
they're an
we
entire
are back
community.
here
Jack
at
Buell Trucking.
Lumberjack Gymnasium as your Lumberjack boys basketball team gets set to take on the Prairie Pirates. We are 11 and a half minutes away from tip-off. Tim Parrish here, and you're listening on KOFE 1240 in St. Mary's, and maybe some of you have found our stream on YouTube that I've shared to our Facebook page. People all the way over in Prairie, if they're not here, they can watch the game as well, or listen to the game. So if you know any of the parents or anything that are here that are from that area, you might want to let them know that they can check out the games on KOFE 1240. Go to the Facebook page for KOFE Radio, and they can find it right there. Well, we're going to take a quick look at some things, but first, another quick shout-out to our title sponsor for this year for Lumberjack Sports, Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union. Neighbors helping neighbors. Do you have a deserving family this holiday season? Nominate them to receive a special turkey dinner with all the fixings. Visit p1fcu.org/season for more details and to submit your entry. Deadline for nominations is December the 13th of 2019. With P1FCU's Seasons of Giving, give a little and help a lot. Well, last year was the first time, I went back and did a little research. Last year was the first time that Coach Chase and the Lumberjacks have played the Pirates in his tenure as head coach. And I looked a little bit further back, and I didn't see anywhere where St. Mary's had played Prairie before that. So I don't know, but last year might have been the first time that these two teams have faced off against each other. In that game last year, the Lumberjacks came away with a 53-50 win here. Well, it might have been here in St. Mary's. I think it was. They only played one game against Prairie, and I don't know. They might have only had one scheduled, or it might have been due to them having bad weather or something and not being able to get to the second game. So I'm not 100% sure. The Pirates will be coming in here tonight to try and even that record up against St. Mary's and also get their first win on the season. For the Lumberjacks to keep that from happening, they're going to have to play like they did in their first game and hopefully improve in some areas. For one, and this one is a kind of a different number, and I'll have to talk to Coach Chase, honestly, to find out what he thinks on it from last week or from the last game. But only 6 Lumberjacks put points on the board. And I would think they'd want that number to be higher, although 6 of the 9 Lumberjacks that played did score. So that number might be okay with over half of the guys that got in and got time on the floor putting points on the board. Another number, though, that you definitely want to see go down is the turnover numbers. Lumberjacks did have 19 turnovers versus Sandpoint. Only 5 of those were Sandpoint steals, which means there might have been a few unforced turnovers in that matchup. Another one I was going to say would have been fouls. They had 16 fouls in the game, St. Mary's did. But I did some math, crunched some numbers, and that's only an average of 4 fouls per quarter. So that doesn't seem like that's that bad of a number, honestly, with the aggressive style of defense that the Lumberjacks were playing in that game. So that number probably really not that bad. Offensively for the Lumberjacks, like I said, they would like to see less turnovers, a little bit better shooting percentage, and some more offensive rebounds. Although against Sandpoint, in the Lumberjacks defense. There was a lot of 6'3" and 6'5" guys on the floor for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Let's see here. I'd like to see St. Mary's get more offensive boards than they did in the last game. The free throw percentage for St. Mary's was better than last year's average, but I'm sure Coach Chase would like to see it at 65 or 75% as opposed to 60%. On paper here tonight, it looks like the Lumberjacks might have a slight advantage on the rebounding numbers, as the Lumberjacks do have the height advantage for St. Mary's. The Lumberjacks have all but 2 players on the roster over 6 feet tall, and the tallest players for Prairie are 6 foot, and there's 3 of them, but all the rest are below that 6 foot number. So that's about it for our countdown to tip-off here on KOFE. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back with more.
Mountain Plating is a premier hard chrome plating facility, and it is located right here in St. Mary's. Mountain Plating was established in 1997 as one of the first hard chrome plating facilities in Idaho, and it services a wide variety of industries nationwide. These industries include manufacturing, food processing, agriculture, mining, environmental, and the timber industries. Mountain Plating is committed to providing the highest quality chrome plating and customer service in the industry, and is locally owned and operated by Donnie Masterson. Give him a call today at 208-245-7104. Go Lumberjacks!
Don't miss the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event at St. Mary's Sun Cycle. With super low APRs and huge customer cash on class-leading Yamaha sport and proven off-road utility ATVs and side-by-sides. Then visit St. Mary's Sun Cycle today for huge savings during the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event. St. Mary's Sun Cycle at 204 College Avenue in St. Mary's. Offers good through 12/31/19. The ATVs referenced are recommended only for use by those aged 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. Specifications subject to change. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's. Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Do you have the in-laws visiting for the holidays? Need a place to hide, a place for them to stay during their visit? Call the Pines Motel at 208-245-2545. The Pines Motel is the perfect place to have the in-laws stay during their holiday visit. Featuring large, spacious rooms and direct TV, wireless internet, AC, and refrigerators, your guests will feel right at home at the Pines Motel. Don't make your in-laws sleep with Fido when they visit. Just call the Pines Motel at 208-245-2545. Your family will appreciate it, and so will Fido.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. as we are getting set to wrap up our countdown to tip-off here this afternoon or this evening here in St. Mary's. And let's see here. I got to get down here and grab one of my charging cables as my phone is getting low on charge there. Okay, 2.5 minutes until tip-off, and let's go over the schedules that I went over earlier, just to give you another idea of some items coming up. First off, community happenings. The community Christmas dinner that's hosted by the St. Mary's Nazarene Church. It is a gift from the St. Mary's Nazarene Church. Will take place on Monday. That'll be December the 9th. Everyone is welcome to come out and enjoy this Christmas dinner. It'll be from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. once again at the Eagles downstairs dining room. Looking at the schedules for next week, there's a bit of action next week. We're going to have at least a couple of basketball games on the air. The boys and girls will be on the road on Tuesday of next week. The boys will be at Timberlake. The girls will be at Kellogg. And the JV boys play at 5:30 at Timberlake. Varsity boys at 7 o'clock. And the same times for the girls' games. JV at 5:30, varsity at 7 o'clock. We're going to head over to Kellogg for the Kellogg Wildcat games versus St. Mary's. Also on Tuesday, there's going to be a Hayburn music concert here at the high school gymnasium. That will be taking place at 6 p.m. On Wednesday, there's going to be a wrestling match here in St. Mary's. It says it's called Mix and Match, and that'll be at 6 o'clock. Thursday, the boys will be at home hosting Wallace, JV at 5:30, varsity at 7. We'll have those games, or that game, on. On Friday, the basketball team, or the wrestling team, will be at the George Wild tournament. And then on Friday, the varsity basketball team for girls will be at Orofino. And also on Saturday, the boys wrestling team, or the wrestling team, will still be at the George Wild tournament. So that's a look at the schedule for next week. And the time has expired on the warm-up clock, and we're just getting set for probably, I would believe, is going to be the national anthem here in just a second. And then we'll get the starting lineups underway to you. Both teams are down here getting some last-minute instructions from their coach. Lumberjacks are talking to Coach Chase, and the Pirates talking to Coach Sean Walter, who's the head coach for them. I think we are going to be having the starting lineup, or not starting lineups, the national anthem is going to come up right now. That was the starting, or not the starting lineup, the national anthem right here as we get things to go in here in St. Mary's. Now we'll take a look at your starting lineups for the visiting Pirates. It'll be at number 5, 6-foot senior guard, Damian Forsman. For the, still for the Pirates, of course, a number 12, 6-foot senior forward, Sam Major. Number 20, 5'9", senior guard, Owen Anderson. Number 23, 6-foot senior post, Hayden Uhlencott. Number 33, 6-foot 2-inch senior forward, Derek Shears. That is the lineup for the Prairie Pirates. They are coached by Sean Walter. Now for a look at your St. Mary's Lumberjack starters. It'll be number 3, 6-foot 2-inch sophomore guard, Coleman Ross. Number 4, 6'4", junior post, Randy Bechtel. Number 13, 6'5", junior post, Tristan Nelson. Number 14, 6'3", junior guard, Brett Stansel. And number 23, 6'1", actually I got to go back to Tristan Nelson. I said he's a junior. He is a sophomore. Number 23, 6'1", junior guard, Eli Gibson getting the start here tonight. Of course, the Lumberjacks are coached by Brian Chase. Quick shout out to some of our Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsors. 10th Street Superstop, St. Mary's Fire Department, 10th Street Lumber, Triple X Feeds, Timber Realty, and Mend Your Computer Services. We want to thank them for their support and hope you will do the same. And a jumping at midcourt, it will be number 13, Tristan Nelson for the Lumberjacks. Number 33, Derek Shears for the Pirates. Lumberjacks in their home white and the Pirates in the road black. The ball is controlled by St. Mary's on the opening tip. Lumberjacks will be going left to right as they get it down to Gibson inside. Gibson goes up for the shot. It's no good, but he draws a foul, and he will go right to the free throw line tonight. Gibson shot over 60% from the charity stripe in the first game for the Lumberjacks. First free throw is up. It is no good. Second free throw is up. That one is short-armed, off front iron, no good. And the rebound goes to the Pirates. The Pirates have it here on the near side, or on this side of the floor, I should say. They go to the free throw line. The ball gets loose. Pirates come away with it. Driving from underneath is number 23. That is Uhlencott. He backs it back out to the corner. Back to the top. Three-pointer on the way. It is good. And that was number 20 putting that shot up and good from three-point range. Number 20 is Anderson. Lumberjacks turn the ball over going the other way. I'm not sure who turned it over, so I'm not going to credit it in my stats at the moment. 7:20 early in the first period. 3-0 Pirates lead. Pirates with control. They feed the ball inside. Nice look. Shot is up. No good. Rebound goes to Gibson. Lumberjacks back the other way. They get it to Nelson. Nelson feeds it out to Bechtel. Now inside to Stansel. Back up at the top they go to Ross. Ross backs up towards the timeline. Lumberjacks slow their offense down. I do have a scoreboard on the YouTube feed, but I don't know if I'm going to really be having time to update it, so it may just be there for looks right now. I do want to apologize for that in advance. The Lumberjacks drive. Shot is up by Ross. He drove baseline. It is no good. And the ball is going to go out of bounds off of St. Mary's. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. 3-0, the Lumberjacks trail. Inbound pass, Lumberjacks in a 3-2 press. They kind of back out of it semi-quickly as Gibson puts some pressure on at about the timeline. The ball is tipped up, going to give it to Gibson as the steal. Gibson puts the bucket up and in. On the nice little layup. Lumberjacks cut it to a 1-point lead, 3-2 the score. St. Mary's trails. Pirates work it down inside. Shot is up. It falls in. And there will be a foul as well. The foul is going to go against Stansel. Major's free throw is no good. The rebound goes to Stansel. And Lumberjacks go the other way. Ross has it up top. They swing it over to Stansel. Now back to the top. Stansel to the right wing to Gibson. Gibson goes to the post. They can't get anywhere to get moving, so they give it back out. And it's going to be a nice 18-foot jump shot by Gibson from about the free throw line. Wasn't really in the paint, but I did put it there. 5-4 the score. St. Mary's trails by 1. Bechtel had him trapped on the edge. They do get an outlet. Now he's going to find a person up top. They had him trapped on the baseline, down into the low post, back up top, and the Pirates trigger the three. Short off the iron, no good. Rebound to Nelson. Lumberjacks force it down the field. It was a shot by Bechtel, and he got a little bit too far under the bucket. Couldn't do nothing with it. The Pirates come back the other way with the rebound. Losing the handle was number 33. That is Shears. The ball goes out of bounds. It looks like they're going to say last touched by St. Mary's, though. Grant Pete is going to check in for Coleman Ross as we have our first substitution for the Lumberjacks. 5-4 still the score. Lumberjacks trail. Long three-pointer on the way. It's no good. The Pirates able to track down a rebound. It gets a lucky bounce. The Pirates will reset. Now they have it up top. And now to the short corner. They find a look inside. Shot is up, no good, but a foul going to be called. And I think that's going to go against Stansel, and he had a look of bewilderment. He didn't think he did anything, but it is a foul against him. That'll send Shears to the free throw line. Shears makes the first one. Stansel comes out. Grayson Sands checks in for the Lumberjacks. Second shot is on the way. It is short. The ball is loose. It's going to go out of bounds. And they say last touched by the Lumberjacks. Inbound pass down to the wing, now back up top. Into the hands of Forsman. Forsman has it at the point, guarded by Pete. To the wing they go. Bechtel tries to get a steal, can't get it. Gets a trap down in the corner. They try to feed it into a guy in the short corner. The ball is going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Lumberjacks. Good defense by St. Mary's down inside. Looks like the Lumberjacks running a 2-3 zone. I think they ran that against Sandpoint as well. Inbound pass to the short corner here on the near side. Shot is no good. Nelson pulls down the rebound, but a steal by the Pirates turns into a point for Prairie. Lumberjacks back the other way. Pirates get it up and in. Nelson's going to draw a foul down the other way. I didn't see who made that basket for the Pirates. I'm going to give it to Shears. Gibson is going to come out, as I believe Coleman Ross checks back in. That foul was against number 20. That is his first. Lumberjacks' three-point shot is short by Ross. Rebound goes to the Pirates, but the Lumberjacks get a steal. I'm going to give that steal to Ross. And then Ross puts up the long two. 6-8 the score. St. Mary's trails. We're going to get a travel now by the Pirates. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. 8-6 the score. St. Mary's trails. Gibson's going to come back in for St. Mary's. Nelson is going to come out, as Coach Chase has to get kind of creative with his subs. He doesn't have a ton of depth, so he has to kind of shuffle guys off and get them breathers and then get them back in as he can. Inbound pass for St. Mary's. Ross has it. He looks to Bechtel. Bechtel was at the free throw line. He feeds it to Sands. Sands gives it over to Pete. Pete flips it to Gibson. Gibson back to Pete. Now down to Ross. They look into Gibson. Gibson, turnaround jumper. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound, but not able to pull it down is Bechtel. Inbound pass. Lumberjacks putting the press on to the Pirates. The Pirates have it up top. They swing it to the left wing. Now down to the corner. Number 4 with a three-point shot. It's short. Ross with the rebound. And I believe Ross with the throwaway as he threw it out of bounds. Pirates get it inbounds. They have it up top. Now a little right wing. Trying to penetrate. Can't get anybody inside to give it to, so they dribble up to the top. Now he picks up his dribble. Now back out near the timeline as they work it around the horn to Shears near side on the wing. Now back up top in the hands of Hasselstrom. There's going to be a bad pass. I'm going to give it a steal to Gibson. Gibson takes it down, feeds it into, tries to feed it in. The ball is getting loose, and it's going to be a turnover back on Ross as he tried to pass it to Bechtel. Bechtel had to go in the wrong way. He was facing the wrong way, and it bounced off his back and went right to the Pirates. Could be a turnover on Bechtel. It was a turnover back on the Pirates going the opposite direction as they throw it out of bounds. Bechtel is going to come out of the game and get a breather. Nelson goes back in. St. Mary's inbounds with 2:19 to go in the first period. Lumberjacks working. Grayson Sands, long three. It's just barely misses, and it's going to be a rebound to the Pirates. Pirates feed it down inside. They put the shot up and good, and I believe Grayson Sands may have just got his first foul of the game. We will get a sub, and Coach Chase takes a timeout as well. So we will just keep it right here for now as the Pirates are going to be going to the free throw line. We'll see how they do from the charity stripe. Well, they've already been there once, and I think they've only made one free throw so far from the charity stripe. Score is 10-6. St. Mary's trails by 4 here with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Stepping to the free throw line is Shears. He has one free throw made today. Trying to see who's on the floor. Bechtel is back in. I think Pete is off the floor. The free throw is no good. And I didn't see who made the rebound. I think it might have been Gibson. Lumberjacks back on the attack on offense. Grayson Sands has it up top. He works his way to left, gets it down to the corner to Gibson. Gibson, no look to Nelson. Nelson to Bechtel. Bechtel puts it up and good. Nice move by the Lumberjacks from underneath. Pirates back to the way, working into the paint. Back up at the top they go. Now to the left side. Driving, they dish it off. Shot is up, it's no good. And there's going to be an over-the-back foul on the Pirates. Randy Bechtel draws that foul. It's foul number 2 against Anderson. Third team foul for the Priest River, the Prairie Pirates. Lumberjacks working around the horn. Now they look inside. Wide open was Nelson. Nelson flips it to Gibson. Gibson doesn't make the first attempt, but he gets his own rebound. He puts it up and in, and he will be fouled and go to the free throw line. That is the third foul on Anderson, and he comes out. St. Mary's has the game tied up, 10 apiece. Gibson goes back the charity stripe. He missed his first 2 free throws, and he makes that one. 7 points already for Gibson in the first quarter. Lumberjacks putting on the press, and Sands gets the steal. And Ross puts the bucket up and good. Again, Sands almost gets a steal as he deflects it. I'm going to give the steal to Sands as he deflects it. And the Pirates were the last one to touch it. The ball goes out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout taken by, I believe, the Pirates. With 50 seconds to go in the first period. It's 13-10. Lumberjacks lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
And we are back just as the Lumberjacks will get set to inbound from underneath. Lumberjacks will inbound from underneath. 50 seconds to go in the first. They get it out to Gibson in the corner. Up at the top to Sands. Sands around to Bechtel. Lumberjacks working around the horn. Now they go back the other way to Gibson. Shot is on the way. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Nelson. Nelson, the spin. The shot won't go back in. Gibson with the rebound. Gibson can't get it to go. And finally, the rebound to the Pirates, and then the Pirates turn it over. Lumberjacks inbound. Ross has it, and Ross is going to have a bad pass. It's taken away. We're going to get a whistle the other way as the Pirates try a fast break and a foul on St. Mary's. That is Ross's first foul. That'll send number 12, that is Major, to the free throw line. Grant Pete getting set to check back in. Number 12, Major, makes the free throw. Sands comes out. Grant Pete checks back in. 21 seconds left on the clock. 4 fouls for St. Mary's, 4 for the Pirates, and they make both free throws. Going back the other way. Almost a bad pass by Ross. A little bit too much body check, though, by Hasselstrom as he gets called. Hasselstrom gets called for a foul. It's his first. 15th foul for the Pirates. St. Mary's inbounds. Gibson has it up top. He's going to look for room, try to get that last shot. He looks for Nelson, can't get it to him, so he goes to Ross. 4 seconds. Ross drives. Kicks it out to a wide open Nelson. Nelson fakes the shot, steps in just inside the wing, and he can't get the shot to go at the buzzer. At the end of the first quarter, it's St. Mary's 13, the Pirates 12. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Why should you stop at 10th Street Superstop? Well, because Kenny's a nice guy. Actually, no. Yes. Never mind. Yes, Kenny is nice, but that's not the reason. You should stop at 10th Street Superstop for all your livestock feeds and pet feed needs. 10th Street Superstop carries all the top brands. Did I mention Kenny's a nice guy? Oh, and they also have a large assortment of snacks and beverages just for you. 10th Street Superstop for all your farm, garden, and hunger needs. And by the way, Kenny's really a nice guy. 10th Street Superstop in St. Mary's. Fire Chief Larry Nacarado wants to remind you that this time of the year, chimney fires are a common occurrence, but can be prevented. St. Mary's Fire Department wants to remind you that they loan out chimney brushes and rods for free. They do chimney inspections for free and will even come to your house and offer chimney fire prevention training for free. Don't neglect your chimney. Call St. Mary's Fire Department today at 245-5253. That's 245-5253. This public safety message from the St. Mary's Fire Department.
And we are back on the floor for the Lumberjacks is Coleman Ross, Randy Bechtel, Grant Pete, Eli Gibson, and Tristan Nelson. The Pirates will start with possession in the second quarter, trailing 13-12. 5 fouls for the Pirates, 4 for St. Mary's. Nelson almost gets a steal, but the Pirates keep possession. Right wing, now they go to the corner. 3-point shot, quick one on the way. It's no good, and it's going to be a rebound to Gibson. Lumberjacks go the other way. We're going to get a travel called on on Coleman Ross. He's looking like, what did I do? I don't believe I traveled, but they do call it. Turnover St. Mary's. That's the 4th turnover on Ross tonight, having a rough one here to start the first half. Lumberjacks had a little bit of a press going on. They backed out of it quickly. Driving is Shears, and he's going to get called for the charge as Bechtel stands in there and takes it. That is Shears' first foul of the game. St. Mary's inbound, bring it down the floor. Coleman Ross works his way to the left side, gets it to Gibson. Gibson, a little head fake, goes back to the top, now back to Gibson. Now they look to the short corner. Nice shot up by Bechtel and good. The assist coming from Gibson. Lumberjacks back the other way, and they almost get the steal. It's into the back court. Lumberjacks fighting for it, and the whistle is going to be called. A foul going to go against the Lumberjacks, and I think they're going to get Grant Pete with his first. St. Mary's has 5, 6 for the Pirates. Pirates inbound, bringing it across. St. Mary's up 15-12 in the second period. 6:50 to go. Into the corner. Gibson all over him on defense. Back to the wing on the right side. Now they swing it to the top as they're trying to get their offense working inside. They get a little bit of space. Short corner shot is up. Actually more just inside the elbow. It's no good. And the rebound was to Nelson. And then a steal and another charge drawn by Nelson. Coleman Ross is going to come out. Sands checks back in. That foul, I think, hopefully they'll put it up on the board. I didn't see who it was against. I think it was number 10. Back the other way. Lumberjacks have it. Sands up to Gibson, around the horn to Pete. Pete kicks it back out to Gibson. Now to the corner to Bechtel. Bechtel for 3. It's in and out. Fight for the rebound. Sands almost comes away with it, but the Pirates able to pull it down. Pirates quick jump shot just inside the corner from the short corner, no good. Rebound goes back to the Pirates, and then the Pirates try a three-pointer, no good. Nelson with the rebound. And the Lumberjacks put it up and good on the assist to Sands as Sands lays it up and in. Then we're going to get a whistle the other way as these Pirates drove down the floor. A foul called against the Lumberjacks. That'll be Gibson's first. The free throw is made. That is Hasselstrom to the free throw line, his first bucket of the game. Ledbetter is going to come in for the Lumberjacks. Nelson comes out for a breather. 17-13, St. Mary's is up. And the second free throw is up and good as well by Hasselstrom. Lumberjacks back the other way. Bechtel down to Ledbetter. Ledbetter back to Bechtel, working on the left wing. Cross to the opposite wing to Sands. I look inside. Bechtel's going to spin. Shot is up and good. One dribble and the bucket from in the paint. I'm going to give Sands an assist. Lumberjacks back on defense. A drive to the bucket is no good by the Pirates. Ledbetter gets the rebound. Feeds it the other way. There's going to be a shot up. It's no good, but a foul. And the foul goes against St. Mary's. That foul can't go against Ross. He was not in the game. Might have been 33 as the Pirates bring it the other way. Pirates have it, driving from the left side, losing the handle. They do get it, manage to keep possession, and they try to work the ball back outside. Three-point shot on the way. It is good, and that is number 3, Ross, with the three-pointer. Lumberjacks back to the way, 19-17 the score. Trying to feed it down inside. Goes off the back of one of the Priest River, or the, I keep wanting to say Priest River, one of the Prairie players. Grant Peak comes out of the game as Gibson goes back in. I already had Gibson as being in. And that shot was up by Grayson Sands for a three-pointer. Trying to see who's in the game. I'm going to give Grayson Sand that three-point shot before we get things going here. Then I've got to figure out who's not in the game for St. Mary's right now. There's going to be a foul called. That's going to go against Ledbetter as the Pirates work their way in. Nelson is getting set to check in for St. Mary's. So Stansel is on the floor, not Pete. Major to the free throw line. First one is in and out. Bechtel going to get a breather as Tristan Nelson checks back in. Second free throw on the way. That one is good by Majors. Lumberjacks have it. Press being put on by the Pirates. They get the ball across, so Ledbetter with the shot. It won't fall in. Ledbetter called for the charge. They still have Ross with having 2 fouls, but he was not even in the game when that one foul was called. I have to believe it was either Ledbetter or maybe Gibson. I'm not sure. They're going to get a sub here. Ledbetter's going to come out as Sean Elliott checks in. 4:07 to go in the first half. St. Mary's up 22-18. Prairie brings it across. The ball is tipped, but they do get it in, and the shot is up and good. That was number 33 with the bucket. Lumberjacks try a long pass the other way. I think it was Gibson. It goes out of bounds. 22-20 as the Pirates have cut it to a 2-point lead. 3:49 to go. Pirates get it on inside. Lumberjacks give them a good look as they had numbers on the defense, but the Pirates have a little bit of a bad pass. They turn the ball over. Pirates back into the press. They find Gibson. That could have been maybe a foul, no call. Gibson takes it down the court. Drive, shot is up and in by Eli Gibson. Lumberjacks come back on defense. Out to the short corner, now back to the top. Driving in is number 4. He's going to put his shoulder down. Oh, man, he lowers his shoulder into Nelson, and they call the foul against Nelson, and or no, not Nelson. That was against Stansel. Stansel was in position, and they called a blocking foul. Coach Chase does not like the call. Actually, no, they don't call it on Nelson or Stansel. They do call it on Nelson. First free throw is up and good. That is Hasselstrom, who's made his first two, and that's his third free throw. 24-21. As he lines up the next one, it's on the way. It is going to fall home. Didn't look like it was going to at first, and it falls through. St. Mary's facing the press against. Nelson drives it across the timeline. Gibson to Sands. It was a high pass. Sands able to get it and save it in. Gibson shot off side iron, no good, but the rebound is to Nelson. Nelson puts it up and good. Back the other way. A bad pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Pirates. Substitutions coming in. Bechtel checks into the game. Stansel comes back out. 26-22, Lumberjacks lead, 2:54 to go in the first half. The press again from the Pirates. They find Sands. Sands to Elliott, left side. Elliott to Nelson. Nelson up and good. Nice job breaking the press that time for St. Mary's. 28-22, 2.5 to go. Almost getting the steal with St. Mary's, but it's going to go out of bounds just off of the Lumberjacks. 10 fouls for St. Mary's. 7 for the Pirates. Pirates have it in. Things are slowed down just a little bit. They have it here near the timeline. Now down to the corner. Into the hands of Olencott. Olencott looks for an outlet. He goes up top to Hasselstrom. Hasselstrom looked at Olencott cutting through. He couldn't get an open look. They go out to the wing. Now back down to the corner on the right side. Now back top. Quick jump shot is no good. And there's going to be a foul called against, I believe it was Nelson drawing that foul. They've got a player on the ground for the Pirates. Hopefully he is okay. That is number 4, Hasselstrom. That foul goes against number 33. It shows as his second foul. It was while they were trying to get the rebound. I don't know what happened up at the top, but that was away from the play. 2:13 to go. St. Mary's leads 28-22 in the second quarter. We'll take a nope. We'll go ahead and keep it right here as they do get the injured player Hasselstrom up off the floor, but they're having to carry him over to the bench, and he had 4 points, all from the free throw line here in this game. He was playing pretty good. Hopefully he is okay. 2:13 to go, 28-22. It was actually a loose ball foul, so it's going to send. Actually, I'm going to have to give it as a correction. It was not Nelson that drew that foul. It was Sands. I just got an update out of Bonners Ferry. The JV girls trail 15-16 at halftime. Sands makes the first free throw, making it 29-22. Got an update. Update was from Kenny Ozier. JV girls trail 16-15 at halftime to Bonners Ferry. Sands lines up the next one. Ooh, off the iron, no good. The rebound goes to the Pirates. They're going to bring it down across. Out to the corner, back to the wing. Sands playing some good defense. They get it inside. Shot is up and no good. Bechtel with the rebound. Lumberjacks look the other way. Bad pass by Bechtel is going to be a turnover. Going the other way, it's a shot up by the Pirates. It's no good. Bechtel gets the rebound. Lumberjacks back the other way. Quickly, they get it to Sands. Sands puts it up and good. And I think Gibson gave him the assist. Sands with 8 points. Pirates bringing it back the other way. 31-22, St. Mary's leads. Pirates slow it down up top. Driving from the right side, kicks it out to the corner. The long shot is airballed, and it's going to be a rebound to Nelson. Lumberjacks back the other way. They drive, and we get a foul. And that foul goes against Nelson, they say. I'm going to say must have been a charge. It's his second foul of the game, 10th foul for the Lumberjacks. Ledbetter going to check in for St. Mary's, and we're going to get a timeout taken. Nelson is going to be the one that comes out for Ledbetter. I'm not sure who took the timeout. It might have been St. Mary's. 31-22, St. Mary's leads with 1:08 to go before halftime, and it's a good game here tonight. Lumberjacks are actually not playing too bad. They only have 8 turnovers in the first half, so not bad. Still a little bit high. That's 4 turnovers per period at the moment. The Pirates have 10 turnovers. Lumberjacks are shooting 53% from the floor, though, and the Pirates only shooting 28%. Lumberjacks not up to where we would hope to see them for the free throw line, though, this evening, as they are only 40% from the charity stripe. The Pirates are 66%. And one of my things I had said in the pregame about the rebounding numbers, and currently I have St. Mary's with 16 rebounds and Prairie with just 9. It was a full timeout taken. Again, I think it was taken by St. Mary's. I'm not 100% sure, though. Getting ready to come out of the timeout. And the I don't know why I keep wanting to say Spartans. They remind me of Priest River. It is Prairie. And Santa Claus has just entered the house. Lumberjacks into a full court press. Actually, they back out of it fairly quickly. Look like they're in a 3-2 defense now. Into the low post, the Pirates get it. Now back to the high post. Shot is on the way. It is no good. Ledbetter fights for the rebound, and he pulls it down. Nice job by Ledbetter getting that rebound. They're going to feed it up to Sands, and Sands puts it up and good. 33-32, Sands with 10 points in the game. Sands having a good game for the freshman. Back the other way. Prairie facing the Lumberjack defense that's not giving them much looks. Down to the left wing, now to the corner, back to the wing. They go up top with it, now into the hands of number 5, that's Forsman. He's going to hold it for a moment. Now he takes his dribble. He works his way here to the left side, directing traffic. He's going to get tied up, and Gibson takes it away. Gibson takes it all the way. After he takes it away, lays it up and in. 35-22. Biggest lead of the game for St. Mary's is so far with 13. Shot at the buzzer is not in time. And that's how we will finish the first half of play. The Lumberjacks up 35-22. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Cold weather is coming, and 10th Street Lumber has what you need. From super premium pellets to energy logs and fireplaces, 10th Street Lumber will help you stay warm all winter long. North Idaho energy logs and stove pellets are the best of the best. 100% natural with no chemicals and burn cleaner, hotter, and longer. If you need a new stove, 10th Street Lumber is a proud Kuma stove supplier. Kuma wood stoves are made right here in Idaho and are some of the best on the market. 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Stop by today. Located on 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's. Winter is here, and it's time to get your animals ready for the winter weather. XXX Feeds in St. Mary's has what you need to keep all your critters comfortable in the cold temperatures. From trough heaters, straw, to insulated horse blankets, your animals large and small need extra attention just like you. So don't forget, while you're stacking your winter firewood, your furry family members need winterizing also. Also, don't forget the wild critters. XXX Feed has wild bird food, deer feed, and game blocks.
See XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today, because winter ain't gonna wait.
Have a home you need to sell? Or are you looking for a place to call home? Then you need to call Mia Sikowski of Timber Realty. Mia is the realtor to see for buying or selling your home. She is always there for you, and your priorities are always important. Experienced in the real estate market, she'll get your desired results, so call today for all your home selling or buying needs at 245-2345. That's 245-2345. Timber Realty on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
Tired of long load times, freezes, and restarts? Before you decide to replace that PC or laptop, let Joseph Doherty of Mend Your Computer Services take a look at it. Specializing in adware, spyware, and virus removal, as well as hardware installation and removal, and data transfers and recovery, Mend Your Computer Services can renew your computer's performance. So before you spend big money on a new PC, call Joseph at Mend Your Computer Services at 208-245-0573. That's Mend Your Computer Services in St. Mary's. Give them a call, 245-0573.
This Saturday is Christmas in St. Mary's, and Timber Country and the Country Fair are the places to stop for your holiday shopping needs. Timber Country and the Country Fair are offering pick a discount of 20 to 50% off store-wide all day long. Don't miss great deals on brands like Carhartt, Fox, and other top-name brands at Timber Country. Then run across the street to Country Fair and find great deals on women's and kids' clothing, as well as a huge toy selection. All the deals are at Timber Country and Country Fair this Saturday during Christmas in St. Mary's. Farm Bureau Insurance has been serving Idaho since 1947. Bob Stoll, your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent, is a longtime community supporter, and their office has moved. Not far, just down the street and to the right. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Idaho Bob Stoll agent has moved to 105 North 8th Street in St. Mary's. Bob and Susie invite you to stop by their new office and say hi. That's Farm Bureau Insurance in St. Mary's, now located at 105 North 8th Street. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Idaho, an Idaho icon of strength and stability.
And we are back. Here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is halftime, and the Lumberjacks lead the Prairie Pirates 35-22 in non-league action. The biggest lead of the game so far for St. Mary's was 13 points right at the end of the second quarter. The best run for St. Mary's was an 11-point run. The biggest deficit for St. Mary's was a 4-point deficit, and the biggest run for the Pirates was 3 points. There's been one score tie and 2 lead changes. St. Mary's is doing very well as far as possessions go. They have 16 possessions with shots made to just 12 possessions with shots missed. The Spartan, or the Priest, I keep wanting to say Priest River. The Prairie Pirates have 8 possessions with shots made, and they have 16 with shots missed. Second chance points, the Pirates have not had any second chance points, and St. Mary's has had just 4, and the Lumberjacks have 8 points, fast breaks, and Prairie has just 2. Lumberjacks have 24 points in the paint, and Prairie has 8 points in the paint. Going down and looking at a few more numbers here before we get going with individuals and team numbers. Let's see, I'm trying to see if there's anything more. Points off of the starting lineup for St. Mary's, they have 25, and there's 10 points off the bench, which is a pretty good number. In fact, they are doing a good job contributing off the bench here tonight. So that is a quick look at some numbers on the analysis side of things. Now we'll look at the team numbers. St. Mary's is 16 of 28, shooting 57% from the floor today, 65% from two-point range. They've only made 1 3-pointer, 1 of 5 from downtown, 20%, and just 40% from the free throw line. Lumberjacks have 17 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals to just 8 turnovers. They did commit 11 personal fouls in the first half. The Pirates, 6 of 22 from the floor, 27%. They're 28% from two-point range, 4 of 14. They were 2 of 8 from downtown for 25% and 8 of 12 for 66% from the free throw line. They have 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. They've turned the ball over 11 times. Individual stats for Prairie. Ross has 3 points. Hasselstrom has 4. Forsman with 2. Major with 5. 3 for Anderson and 5 for Shears. Individually for the Lumberjacks, Eli Gibson leads the team with scoring. He has 11 points. He also has 5 rebounds. Next up is Grayson Sands with 10 points. He's shooting 80% from the floor. He's got 1 3-pointer on the night. He's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. He doesn't have any rebounds, but he does have a couple of steals and an assist. 6 points for Bechtel. He's shooting 60% from the floor. He has 2 rebounds. 4 points for Nelson. 50% shooting for him, 6 rebounds. He has 2 assists on the evening. 4 points for Coleman Ross with a rebound and a steal for him. And that is it for the scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lumberjacks with points on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with playing time so far. So you might want to see 1 or 2 more Lumberjacks with points on the board in this case, but otherwise they're not doing too bad. It's not a bad game at all so far for the Lumberjacks. They lead at half by a score of 35-22. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Are you tired of your wife or girlfriend complaining about your small deck? Wait no longer and call Down Home Construction today and satisfy her needs with a nice, new, big deck. Are you single and want to throw a party but can't because your tiny deck is holding you back? No worries, Down Home Construction will build you the big deck of your dreams, and all of the single ladies will want to party on it today. Down Home Construction also builds sheds, add-ons, fences, and more with 15 years of experience. Call Down Home Construction today, 208-889-7681. Free quotes, licensed and insured in the state of Idaho. Down Home Construction, 208-889-7681.
The holidays aren't about what you receive, it's about the good you give. This holiday season, P1FCU is asking you to join us in spreading a whole lot of good. Please visit p1fcu.org/season or our Facebook page and nominate a family who could benefit from a special turkey dinner with all the trimmings. Want to do even more good? Of course you do. Stop by any P1FCU branch to drop off food, toy, and coat donations until December 21st. With P1FCU Season of Giving, you can give a little that helps a lot.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And the Lumberjacks will start with possession here. And it's going to be a quick shot put up and in by Bechtel from 2-point range. Lumberjacks up 37-22. Lumberjacks get a steal. Oh, and yes, they do still come away with it. And Gibson is going to put it up and in. I'm going to say Gibson with the steal. The turnover by the Pirates, and Gibson puts it up and good on the layup. 39-22, it's a 17-point lead for the Jacks. Prairie tries to work into the high post, and they're going to call a charge as it's going to be in favor of Nelson. I forgot to get my subs back in there for the starters. Lumberjacks back the other way. Almost losing the handle, Bechtel did lose the handle, but Gibson was able to get it. Lumberjacks work to the corner near side. Nelson drives, he's going to kick it out for three to Gibson. Gibson's three is short though. The rebound goes to Prairie. Prairie's going to bring it down the floor. Prairie's going to lose the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be going to St. Mary's. Now the officials are going to talk about it, and they're going to change the mind and say it's going to go with Prairie. Coach got it changed the way he wanted to see it go, as it probably was. Didn't see it down there, so I can't tell. Pirates will inbound from underneath. They triggered into the corner on the right side. Now they take it up to the wing. That's in the hands of Forsman. Forsman over to the right wing. Now back to the left. Down to the corner. That's into the hands of Shears. Shears gets it up top to Major. Now they find a guy cutting through, and there's going to be a foul called as they got Nelson up off his feet. Nelson's going to get called for that foul. It's his third foul, but I don't think that went up as a foul on there. No, it didn't. Pirates inbound. This time they put the shot up and good. That was number 23. No, not a three-point made. Lumberjacks turn the ball over. Driving, shot is up. It's no good, but a blocking foul called against Nelson. And it's going to go to the free throw line for the Pirates, and that was 23 that made that bucket. Major makes the first free throw. Coming out for St. Mary's is Gibson. I believe Sands went in for him. Second free throw is no good. Ball is loose. Rebound to the Pirates. Pirates reset. They have it in the corner. Now they try to feed it inside. Bechtel gets his hand up there in the way. Gets the turnover. Down to Pete. Grant Pete into the game. I didn't see who he went in for, but I will see if I can figure it out. I think it is Nelson. Going to be a nice drive into the paint by Ross. And Ross puts it up and good. Lumberjacks back on defense. That shot, I think, was blocked. The rebound to Pete. St. Mary's the other way. A wild shot put up by Bechtel, but a foul going to be called. They'll send Bechtel to the charity stripe. That was the first foul against Major. As Bechtel goes to the stripe, it's his first trip there tonight. And he either didn't make any free throws in the first game or he did not go to the charity stripe in the first game. Bechtel has 8 points on the night, shooting 80% from the two-point range. Makes the first free throw. Gibson comes in. Ross out. As Bechtel looks to take the next shot. 42-25, 17-point lead for St. Mary's. Next shot is up. It is good. 43-25, Lumberjacks lead. 6:05 to go in the third. Over the visiting Prairie Pirates. Lumberjacks thought they were going to press, and they decided not to. The whole defense comes up, and the Pirates find a wide open man down underneath, and he puts it up and good. And I believe that was, no, not Majors. I think it was Shears. Lumberjacks working it down. They get it to Sands, and Sands puts it up and good. There may have been a assist there that I missed. Lumberjacks going back the other way on defense. They get it to the corner. The Pirates do. They take the three-pointer. It's short. Gibson gets the rebound. They find Stansel. Stansel puts it up and good. Back on defense. Lumberjacks trying to force another turnover. Shot on the way, long three. It's up and good. That was number 20, Anderson, with the big three-pointer for the Pirates. Lumberjacks back the other way. Shot by Bechtel. It was no good. Stansel had the rebound. Bechtel had another try at the shot. It was no good. Then we're going to foul called. And that foul was on Sands. Coming out is Stansel. Checking back in was Ross. Pirates have it. Into the paint they go, and they're going to wave off what they thought was going to be a shot, but it was not. It was a foul, and that foul was called, I believe, against St. Mary's. It is Bechtel's first foul. On the floor, no shot. Sands with a steal. Sands of the way, he finds Pete. Pete kicks it back to Sands. Sands has it, left wing, no look to Ross. Ross kicks it out to Gibson. Gibson drives to about 18 foot. Shot is up and good. 49-30 Lumberjacks lead. Long three-pointer on the way, no good. It's going to go out of bounds. And we're going to get another timeout, a substitution, as Bechtel is going to come out. Stansel back in. Ledbetter goes in as Grant Pete comes out. 49-30, Lumberjacks up by 19. St. Mary's going to bring it down. Ross controls it to Sands, back to Ross. Ross looks back to Sands. Sands finds Ledbetter. Ledbetter up and in. Sands the assist. Ledbetter the nice bucket. Pirates, three-point shot on the way from the wing. It's up and good. I didn't see who took that shot. The Lumberjacks answer right back with Stansel, a three-pointer of his own. Back the other way. The Pirates pull up jump shot, no good from 18 feet. Ball is loose, rebound. Oop, there was no assist. Pirates took a shot. Gibson on the rebound. Pirates had the shot. They had an offensive board, and then another rebound. There's a shot by Stansel. It's no good. Rebound to the, I'm going to give it there. Rebound goes to the Pirates. Sands is down there being tenacious as all get out. Another three-point shot on the way. It's no good. Rebound is fought for, and I think they call the foul against St. Mary's. They're going to call it against Ross, though. Ross is going to come out. Pete in. Elliott in. Sands comes out. No, Sands stays in. Gibson comes out. Grayson Sands, 12 points tonight. He also has 3 steals. Foul was on the floor, so the Pirates inbound to the top. Go to the left wing, now back to the top. Around the horn they go. Back to the top. Driving is Rambo. The shot is up and good by Rambo. He is also fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. I think they said that is going to go against Elliott, his first. Rambo's free throw is up. It is no good. Offensive rebound, though. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound to Stansel. And the Lumberjacks will take it down the floor. Pete to Sands. Sands back to Pete. Now they go across court to Elliott. Lumberjacks have gone with a little bit of their younger group, except for the one senior in there, which is Pete. Pete's going to drive. Shot is up, no good. Gets his own rebound. The next shot is up and good. Lumberjacks back the other way on defense. Wild shot put up, no good, but a foul going to be called. That foul goes against Elliott. That'll send number 11, Schwartz, to the free throw line. Schwartz makes the first free throw, his first bucket of the game. 7 fouls for the Lumberjacks. 18 total. Second free throw, no good. Ball was tipped around. Ledbetter with the rebound. And the Lumberjacks back on the attack. Elliott, Sands, back to Elliott. Elliott for 3, it's good! Sean Elliott with the deep 3, 59-36, a 24-point lead for the Lumberjacks, and they are not pulling any shots here so far. Pirates working around the top, driving to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, kicks it to the elbow, or right up at the high post. Now back outside they go. That's to Schwartz. Schwartz slows things down. Lumberjacks in a 2-3 defense. Looks like a zone. Schwartz is going to test the waters again. He drives in, gets room. Shot is up and good by Schwartz. That's not a free throw. It's up and good by Schwartz. Lumberjacks back the other way. Elliott has it, goes out to Pete. Pete near the timeline. Now they go across court to Sands. Now back down to the corner to Elliott on the left side. Elliott looks to go inside. It's going to be almost a bad pass, but the St. Mary's able to keep possession. They get it out to Stansel. Stansel's pass is going to be taken away. Then the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by St. Mary's. Or do they call it a foul? I think they called it a foul, in fact, and that looks like it's Stansel's third. That sends Schwartz back to the free throw line for the Pirates. One and one shot on the way. It is good, 59-38. Lumberjacks lead. Schwartz lines up the next shot on the way. That one is off the back of the iron. The ball is tipped around. Stansel pulls down the board. St. Mary's brings it back down. They slow it down. Sands has the ball out near timeline, gives it back to Pete. Pete to Sands, now to Elliott. Right side, now back down to the left side. And Lumberjacks have a little weave going around up top. That ball is deflected out of bounds by the Pirates. St. Mary's will keep possession. 25 seconds to go in the third period. 59-39, Lumberjacks up by 20. Lumberjacks have it, working it up near the timeline. Wing Now back to the left. Now they give it to Stansel. Stansel to the corner. He goes up to Ledbetter. Ledbetter at the free throw line. He turns around, puts the shot up, and good. 61-39. Lumberjacks lead. Shot at the buzzer, no good. And the Pirates trail going into the fourth, 61-39. We'll be back in 1 minute.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site. Andy's Arbor and Site.
As I lost track of stuff there, I just got an update from Kenny Osier. Lumberjack JV girls lead Barners Ferry 28-24 at the end of the third in a close game. Grayson Sands has 12 points on the game here today. We've got to get some subs into the game for St. Mary's. I think we've got almost a wholesale change. And Lumberjacks on defense. Ross, Gibson, Nelson, McMaster, and Bechtel on the floor for the Jacks. Shot from inside, no good. Rebound to Gibson. Lumberjacks the other way. They find Nelson. Nelson puts it up and good. I'm going to give Gibson the assist as he fed it to Nelson down in the paint. Nelson puts it up. We get a timeout taken by the Pirates. 63-39 the score. Take a run around for the scores here. 12 points for Sands, 6 for Ross, 10 for Bechtel, 6 for Nelson, Stansel with 5, Pete with 2, Elliott with 3, Gibson with 15, Ledbetter with 4, and only one not scoring any points so far is McMaster, and he just barely came into the game. So I was saying a little while ago that at halftime that we'd like to see maybe one or two more Lumberjack players off the bench with some points, and now we have every Lumberjack scoring except for Tanner McMaster. Lumberjack shooting 62% from the field now, 67% from two-point range, 37% from downtown, just 57% from the free throw line though. Only 9 turnovers now for the Lumberjacks. They haven't turned it over too many times since the first half. They do have 8 fouls in the second half though, with 19 total in the game. 10 assists for the Jacks as well as 9 steals. Prairie taking it down the floor. St. Mary's up by 24. Bounce pass to the left wing, or the right wing. Now they go to the top. Prairie working things around up top, slowing their offense down a little bit. Now they go back to the left wing. Now the top. Lumberjack zone defense is being very stingy. Driving and putting the shot up and good is Shears. Lumberjacks bringing it down. Ross has it in the circle. He's going to bring it to the left side now. Picks up his dribble, looks to Nelson. Nelson back to Ross. Ross back to Nelson. Nelson long three, nothing but net. And Ross with the assist. No, dang it. I gave Nelson a free throw, and that was not correct. Back the other way, his shot is up and no good. Rebound, I believe, to the Lumberjacks. Back the other way, Gibson. the pull-up jumper and puts it up and good. Lumberjacks back on D. Shot up by the Pirates, no good. Gibson pulls down the rebound. 68-41, Lumberjacks 27 points up on the Prairie Pirates. Gibson has it. He's directing traffic, now back to Nelson. Nelson holding, he looks to Ross. Ross backs his way in, shot up and in off the glass. 70-41. This much time left on the clock. St. Mary's can't just sit down there and waste time. They've got to put points up and in. So, shot on the way, long three. It's no good. Little bit of maybe a flop call there, but they get a foul on Gibson. That'll send number 11 Schwartz to the free throw line to shoot three. That is Gibson's second foul of the game. Schwartz makes the first free throw. Trying to get everybody situated on the blocks down there. They do get that handled. Schwartz lines up the next one. On the way. It is good. And again, we've got wholesale changes for the Lumberjacks as Sands goes back in. Stansel, Pete. No. Does Pete go in? Yes, Pete. Elliott. No, Elliott. Ledbetter is in as well, I think. No, Ledbetter is in, so who didn't go in? Maybe Stansel. So big changes on the floor again as Lumberjacks go to a little bit younger roster. No, Pete is in there, so I'm going to see who is not. For St. Mary's, we're going to get a foul or a timeout called. Stansel, I think I've got everybody in there that was in there. We get a timeout taken by St. Mary's. It's a full. We'll take it. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back after the quick timeout. St. Mary's up 70-44. As Schwartz made all of his free throws. Looks like they've put in a little bit of their different lineup. A little bit. No, they've got some of their starters still in there for Prairie as well. Lumberjacks will inbound. Pete into the back court to Sands. Sands gonna bring it across. Works his way here to the left. Gets it to Pete. Pete, right wing. Gets it to Tanner. McMaster. McMaster looking for an outlet. He goes back to Ledbetter. Ledbetter on the wing, up on the right side. I'd like to see McMaster get a bucket, but maybe they're trying to work that in. I'm not sure. He's the only Lumberjack to not have a bucket. Lumberjack's just going to kind of weave it around, I think, and they're just going to not take any shots unless they get that perfect open shot. And there is a good open shot by Elliott. No good. The ball is going to go out of bounds, and they say it's off White. So the Pirates will take possession, and they will take it down the floor. It's being controlled by Anderson. He goes to the right, kicks it to the wing, and number 10, that's Rambo, brings it to the top. Now he goes back to Anderson. Now down to the corner. Back to Anderson up top. Anderson bounce pass to Forsman. Forsman pull-up jump shot. No good. Offensive board. Putback is good by number 23. That is Olencote. Ball is going to get down. McMaster. Shot won't go. An offensive rebound. And the shot does go in. Or it doesn't go in, but a foul is going to be called. It was Elliott with the offensive board. Tried for the putback, but he did not get it. He did get fouled, and Elliott goes to the free throw line. Third foul on Olencott. Elliott makes the first free throw. Sean Elliott has 4 points on the game. 71-46, St. Mary's on top. Elliott makes both free throws. Going to get a substitution for the Pirates as Shears comes back into the game. Going out is Rambo. 26-point lead for the Lumberjacks. The Pirates, though, have played through all of it. They're played extremely hard. They're still playing really hard. A nice move there just now made by, I believe it was Rambo as he spun in. No, that was not. It was Anderson. And the shot is missed, but he will be fouled. The foul is against Grant Pete, his second. Anderson's first free throw goes in. 7 points on the night for Anderson, I do believe. Second shot is good. 72-48, Lumberjacks up by 24. St. Mary's brings it down. Grayson Sands takes it right side, hands it off to Elliott. Elliott to Pete, and they start a weave up top. Sands looking for a screen. He's going to get it from McMaster, and now he's going to drive. He kicks it. Oh, tries to kick it to the corner. Elliott is able to get it. Now they look into McMaster. McMaster trying to find some room. He can't. Back out to Elliott. Elliott for three. It's up and good from the corner. 75-48, 3 minutes and counting in the fourth period of play here. Driving from the right side. Shot is up. No good. It's going to be Sands with the rebound. And then a turnover. Shot is up and good. Sands with the rebound. I'm not sure if Sands turned it over. We'll just say he did. And then they put it back up and good off the turnover. I think that was Olencott with the bucket. Sands back the other way. They have it to Pete. Pete brings it up top, goes to the near side wing on the left here to Elliott. Elliott looks into Ledbetter, but it's going to be a turnover. A steal by the Pirates. Nice little step into the lane. The shot is up and good, and a foul going to be called. I believe that's against Elliott. As Anderson made a nice move into the paint. Elliott draws foul number 3. Free throw is up and good. 53-75. Stansel goes back into the game. McMaster comes out. Lumberjacks going to inbound to a press by the Pirates. They've cut it to a 22-point lead. Stansel has it. He's going to bring it. Nope, he's going to kick it. Oh, Stansel throws it right to the defense. Shot is up and no good. Offensive foul. The putback was no good. Offensive rebound and the putback was no good. St. Mary's the other way. The shot is up and good from Pete to Stansel, I believe it was. And then a shot up and good the other way by the Pirates. Now we get a whistle. 77-55. They're going to call a push against, I believe, Prairie. I'm not sure who drew that foul for the Lumberjacks. As they square things away with the scorebook over there. On the floor for St. Mary's is Sands, Elliott, Ledbetter, Stansel, and Pete. 77-55, Jacks on top with 1:38 to go. Ball is inbound from sideline. Stansel to Pete. Pete back to Sands. Sands near the timeline. He's just working his way back and forth. Now he's going to hand it off to Pete. Pete takes it far side, and Pete's going to get... What are they calling there? I guess they're calling an illegal screen on Stansel. A foul, basically, on Stansel. I didn't think... Stansel didn't know he did anything wrong, but that was the call. 1:22 to go, 77-55, St. Mary's leads. Pirates looking to add some more points. Driving is Shears. The shot is up and good by Shears. I'm missing a few points here and there, I think, on the Pirates' individual scoring, but not too bad. 77-57. St. Mary's up by 20. Ledbetter has the ball right wing. Looking for an outlet. Dribbled once, picked it up. Now he gets it back to Pete, who comes to give him somebody to get it out to. Pete goes towards the timeline. Under a minute to play. Stansel has the ball. Now to Ledbetter. Ledbetter, the ball comes off his hand. The ball is loose, but Ledbetter able to come back up with it. Ledbetter's going to drive. No look to Elliott. Elliott for three. It's good. Ledbetter with the assist. A three ball from Elliott from the corner. Elliott with 11 points. He's 3 for 4 from downtown. Pirates drive left side. Now they kick it back out. Driving in. Now they back out the top again. Driving. Losing the handle. It's a turnover. Sands comes up with it. As they lost the handle, it goes right into Sands' hands. 12 seconds. Lumberjacks going to play to the buzzer here. Just dribble it out. 80-57. Lumberjacks come away with their second win of the season. 2-0 to start the year with a big one here over the Prairie Pirates. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with our post game.
Looking for a new-to-you rig? You're in luck because Dell's Used Cars has your next truck. Dell's has the best variety of pre-owned trucks in one location anywhere south of the internet. Any make, any model, and new inventory arriving daily. Dell's also will take your trade-in, paid for or not. Financing available through Potlatch, Spokane Teachers, Numerica, and a handful of other lenders offering the most competitive interest rates available in the market today. Dell's staff is laid back and knowledgeable and ready to answer any of your questions. Come into Dell's Used Cars located at 1818 North 4th Street in Coeur d'Alene or visit their website at dellscars.com. Dell's Used Cars, doing things different since 1974.
Tax reform impacts virtually every tax return this year. That means yours, too. If you're wondering what that means for you and your refund, but don't want to spend hours reading the tax code, head over to H&R Block. No one knows tax reform better than Block. Their tax pros will help you find every credit and deduction available, so you get every dollar you deserve. Because wouldn't you rather spend more time thinking about what to do with your maximum refund and less time figuring out what a TCJA qualifying eligible dependent is? Hint, it's your kid. In person or online, Block has your back.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind, 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Do you need help finding that perfect gift? Looking for that personalized touch? Come to Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's and let us fill your balloons. Not only does Jack's carry all of your gift and party supplies, but we're here to serve you with all your personal care items. Come in and let our personal care experts help you find just what you need from our wide selection. If we don't have it, we can get it. Plan your party at Jack's Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
And we are back. The Lumberjacks come away victorious 80-50. And we are back. The Lumberjacks come away with the 80-57 victory, improving to 2-0 on the early season here for the Lumberjacks. They had a biggest lead of 29 points in the fourth quarter. Their best run was 15 points in the third quarter. The biggest deficit the Lumberjacks faced was 4 in quarter one, and then the best run by the Pirates was just 5 points in the fourth quarter. There was only 1 tie and 2 lead changes in the game. St. Mary's did very well in taking advantage of their possessions. 34 possessions with shots made to just 19 possessions with shots missed. And the Pirates did not quite do as well. They had 20 possessions with shots made, 29 with shots missed. The Lumberjacks had 12 fast break points, 6 second chance points, 38 points in the paint, 28 points in the paint for the Prairie Pirates. Moving on down here, let's take a look at some other numbers real quick. I know there's a couple of other ones I want to see. The points off the starting lineup was 51 points, 29 points off the bench. Great production tonight for St. Mary's. I'm trying to see if anybody had any doubles, and I don't see any. But I may have missed a couple of rebounds here and there, so I don't know. I might be off on that. Taking a look at the team numbers, St. Mary's shot a beautiful 64% from the floor, 68% from two-point range, 50% from downtown, and 66% from the free throw line. They had 15 assists, 9 steals, 12 turnovers, and they committed 23 personal fouls. The only number that is a little bit high is that one. The Pirates had 38% from the floor, 42% from downtown, from two-point range. Not bad numbers. 28% from downtown, 68% from the free throw line, just 15 rebounds. They had 4 assists. They had 9 steals and 16 turnovers. They committed 12 fouls. And I forgot to look at, no, we did look at second chance points, did we not? Yes, we did. And individually for the Pirates, the numbers aren't total. I did miss some buckets for a couple of guys. 11 points for Anderson, 11 for Shears, 6 for Olencott, 4 for Hasselstrom, 3 for Ross, 7 for Schwartz, 2 for Forsman, 2 for Rambo, and 6 for Major. Individually for the Lumberjacks, we had several guys in double digits. I know we did. I can't wait to see these numbers here. One of those double-digit players was the freshman Grayson Sands, and he was not the leading scorer. Eli Gibson finished with 17 points and 9 rebounds. I might have to give him an extra rebound, see if I got that right or not. He had 4 steals, 4 assists on the game. Going up top, second leading scorer was Grayson Sands. He shot 83% from the floor, 100% from two-point range, 50% from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 3 steals, 3 assists on his side. He also drew 1 foul. Next up on scoring, Sean Elliott with double digits. He had 11 points, 3 for 4 from the floor for 75%, 3 for 4 from the downtown, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 offensive rebound and 1 assist. 9 points for Nelson. Nelson had 6 rebounds. 8 points for Ross. And 2 points for Grant Pete, 4 points for Ledbetter. The only Lumberjack not scoring was Tanner McMaster, but he did have an assist on the stat line. Once again, a great game for the Lumberjacks here tonight. Both teams getting victories over the Prairie Pirates. I did not get an update on the JV girls game to see how that finished up from Kenny Ozier. If I get an update from that, I will post it on our Facebook page to let you know what the final of that game was. Next action for the Lumberjacks, we will be at Kellogg next Tuesday, I believe it is, for the Lumberjack girls, as they will be taking on the Kellogg Wildcats in Kellogg. And I think we will have a boys game next week here at home, if I recall right. I'm not going to look at, the schedule's right here. The boys will host Wallace next week on Thursday. Don't forget on Monday, the Community Christmas Dinner, Monday, December the 9th. Everyone is welcomed at the Eagles downstairs dining room. This is a gift from the St. Mary's Nazarene Church from 4 to 7 p.m. And once again, thank you to our sponsors and our title sponsor, Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union, as they are proud sponsors of not only our broadcast, but also of the Lumberjack, or the School Spirit program. And they say, go Lumberjacks. Until next time, I'm Timothy Parrish. For Sandra back at the studio, have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time for some more Lumberjack basketball on KOFE.